He says that he doesn't believe that he is the father of the nation, and that was just a term given to him, and it was just giving away independence. Everybody was
getting. Yes, I remember that hogwash.
Right. And you had to ask him if that's what he was teaching the children. And I always say to myself, this man should be sitting in the classroom alongside these children that he said he claimed to be a teacher of, and addling the poor children's brain. Because I never mind whatever you call it. All the new Western world, the first of the nation, whether it's in America, they call them the founding fathers, and in Venezuela, they call Simon Bolivar the liberator. And in Trinidad here, we say Dr. Eric Williams is the father of the nation. However you look at it, all of these first people, and George Jefferson and all of these people in the United States, they call them the founding fathers. So jump high, jump low. And added to which, they were giving away independence to everybody. Who did they call come for independence, boy? Who did they call? The Right Honorable, late great, Dr. Eustace Eric Williams. So whether you believe it or not, he is the father of the nation. They didn't call anybody else to come for the independence that you claim that they were giving away. So please be mindful, and what I would have to ask you again is to express a little gratitude. All right. But listen, Jenny, a friend of mine, your Rasta friend from the 12th tribe, and he's a friend of mine as well. He asks if you can reach him, please, if you can call him. All right, my dears, you all take good care.
Thank you so much. And as we touch on the topic of crime, The Guardian posted an article 2 hours ago by Kijan Haynes. Prime Minister Dr. Rowley has outright rejected a proposal by former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith to put aside politics and let him help them in fight against crime. In the Parliament today, the Prime Minister, responding to a question from the MP for Naparima, Rodney Charles, said clearly, as Chairman of the National Security Council, I have very good reason not to meet with Gary Griffith under any circumstances. He continued, interrupting a follow-up question from Charles. Insofar as meeting with the opposition is concerned, I meet with them all the time in this chamber in front of you, Madam Speaker, and they have obstructed every single attempt we have had to fight crime in this country. He said he will meet and work with the opposition if they change course and help the government. Charles asked the Prime Minister if there would be benefits to meeting with people who may know more than him. Dr. Rowley replied, you might be surprised, but we do that all the time. Guardian Media polled the public across social media asking, should Gary Griffith offer to help crime by this government be taken seriously? And 85% of the people said yes. Now, social media is abuzz that Dr. Rowley, in his response to Rodney Charles in the Parliament, isn't serious about crime because, one, he shut down the invitation to work with Gary Griffith, and two, he shut down the invitation to work with the opposition until they change course. Is that a view that you also share? Is it that the government isn't serious about crime? Caller, you're live.
Good day.
Good day.
Aisha, why crime does be lower under UNC?
Is it that question you're asking me?
Well, it's a fact, right?
I should be asking you why crime is higher under the PNM and lower under the UNC. I should be asking you that.
Because UNC know how to run the country better than the PNM.
Or is it that UNC finds a way to suffice the criminal elements that they no longer want to commit crime?
Well, better that than commit crime on honest, hard-working citizens.
So would you prefer
innocent people dying?
I'm asking, we're not arguing, I'm asking. Would you prefer persons get involved in activities such as live sport or death sport and all these different things and suffice their criminal activities there?
I am saying when life sport was around, if you all determined to be bad or good, at the end of the day, the murder rate was 300 plus, not 600 plus. There was not home invasions happening hourly, not even daily now. It happened hourly. We're not seeing young gentlemen toting guns and having serious machinery in their hands regularly. We're not seeing 19-year-olds stealing cars and getting in accidents and damaging honest, hard-working people. That is the whole issue here. You see, if one honest person get injured due to a crime, it's horrible. Any criminals killing each other is fine, but we so numb to it now that an innocent woman in Malabar, in the confines of a house, died from a stray bullet. And the citizens, we just take that. We are numb to it now, Aisha, because it is the norm. And I am saying the best crime plan is to not vote for PNM. Good day.
Aisha, I remember underneath Manning, the police protested, and we told Manning that they have to raise the police money. You can remember that, Aisha? And the soldiers and them, they give them a pension. And that's the pretext they use, you understand? So that they wouldn't have corruption. Today, we are seeing some of the most corrupted people is in the police service today. You understand? Abraham today is urging the police to kill people. And he was running Shogunas. Only when Abraham had been removed from Shoguna station, Shogunas got peace. This is why you see Robocop and his cousin and Sharon and all of them is not here no more. Abraham is urging the police to kill people in this country, and he was running Shoguna station.
Brother, I hear you. When you talk about the Chinese, yes, they're in thing too, but I just find you emphasizing a lot on them. You understand? It's a low-hanging fruit that we ain't dealing with. You all go behind the Chinese to prove this and prove that. And it's a low-hanging fruit.
We'll come back to the voice note. Caller, you live.
Oh, thank you again, dear. And I wanted to put my 2 cents too. It's not now bank tellers doing all sorts of mischief, you know. It's not now. That's been going on a long time. And the banks always cover it up, because if you understand what it is going on, sometimes you wouldn't want to go there with your money. But anyways, what it is I was saying with I don't know where they got this notion from, or who did a censor to say there's more crime with the PNM and less crime in the UMC. I have never heard utter rubbish and madness like that. I mean, who bringing the guns in the country, for crying out loud? Who bringing the drugs in the country? And those are the 2 things that function with crime. Huh? What the PNM being in office has to do with when there is crime, as if that is some question that you have to ask because there's an answer to that. Anybody made a survey to say, well, it's more in UNC and less in PNM and all of that? Listen, I think sometimes, and another thing they keep saying that what government does lose election on crime. I would not, and I would stand firm. Corruption. Where there is corruption, you find you lose an election through corruption, like what happened the last election, because people just went in there and get their pockets filled, and everybody who couldn't buy this before is a big millionaire the following day. That is where you find an election is won or lost on corruption, not on crime. Thank you again, my dear.
That we can deal with. And yes, hardly we do even see them going in license office or nothing, or the 1% on them. But you know who does facilitate them? Right now, Chinese working in license office. It's not 1% working in license office. It's we same citizens who does watch them and push up him out of them. It's who does facilitate them. It's who does take their money to get them their license and speed up their process. We is who does do it. So do him watch them. You can't watch them without watching we. You have to watch we. You know, egotistical.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Aisha Wells.
Good afternoon.
First time caller to your program.
Welcome in. Welcome.
How are you doing? Ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, man. I always listen to your show. I've been following you for a long time, since in the days of Gladiator. I'm calling you from Los Angeles, California.
Hey, California in the house. Thank you so much for this call.
Yeah, Aisha. I've been following you. I follow you for long. I always listen to your show every evening. A good show, good program, good topic.
Thank you so much. We have about a minute before a break. You want to call me back after the break?
All right, Mr. Aisha.
Thank you so much. All right, people, let's take that break, and we will be right back. Stay with us.
Fixing a lamp pole changes about the whole nation and how we are portrayed when the party done. Who set the standards in my TNT? Really wish somebody here could tell me. It's just the same thing again and again, like we leaders don't use the brain. So change the change within our country. Change the change so the whole world could see. Change the change for better future, so we don't have to depend on our next layer. Say change the change within the society, otherwise we have a bandit factory. But things won't change despite all we do, if change doesn't start with you.
The views necessarily the views of the management of the street. 919 FM.
Pressing issue.
Why are you doing your supporters that? Playing games with the senior citizens in this country?
Real situation.
It's our lot of people involved in white-collar crime. And why are they not being brought to the forefront?
That something is happening in this country that is so strange, that is puzzling me. I'm trying to figure it out.
If the police have cause to arrest you for evidence based upon evidence and investigation, is it whose fault it is that it have to be UNC people?
Stick up in. Call a good afternoon, my friend.
Heavy conversations with the relevant authority.
Should the bandit have on a body cam so I can believe you? Members of your family shooting this one, shooting that one, taking your car. Should there be a body cam for me to believe you?
They have to live with the tongue because that is all they're good for.
All right, Dr. Moran.
The best crime plan can be put forward, but if we don't turn to God, we doomed. We in problems. Or on the street. The street.
And who them depend on when the poor man cries.
We bring it direct.
Does anybody hear?
Hardcore. The street. 919 FM. You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street. 919 FM. For a new on-the-go experience in radio, simply go to your Android device and download Instant Radio. Select Trinidad and Tobago and click the street. 919 FM, so you can listen to us wherever you want.
Hey, mommy, it's Sushila here on the phone. Hear what? Me and all your children, me half brother, me half sister, everybody, we put up money and we carry in here to laughter for moms at Napa. It's 3 years now, you know you ain't going nowhere. And it's time for you to laugh out loud. And you know you like bacchanal.
Our mothers deserve whatever time off and pampering is given to them. This Mother's Day, bring them to Laughter for Moms 2023. Sunday, May 14th, Napa, Port of Spain, 5:30 p.m. Featuring the nation's biggest humorous stars.
Pastor Kenneth, I buy a dog. I will baptize the dog for me.
Sir, we do not baptize dog in this church.
But I'm paying $10,000.
Bring him fast.
For a limited time only, get $50 off all tickets at regular outlets nationwide, Napa box offices, and islandetickets.com. For more info, call 774-5555. Laughter for Moms. Mother's Day, May 14th, Napa.
Catch all your favorite shows live on Instagram.
We're live on Instagram.
The Street 919 FM. What are you waiting for? Go check us out on Instagram today.
Dear Mom, I love you forever. The most wonderful mother.
Do you love your mom? Then create a video and tag The Street 919 FM on Instagram, telling us what your mother means to you.
I nominate my mother.
I nominate my mother. Listener, I nominate my mom's because she worked 2 jobs to make sure my siblings and I obtain a bright future.
To nominate her for a grand prize, write your name and area below your post. Encourage your friends and family to support you by following The Street 919 FM on Instagram and liking your video. We are looking for 10 lucky moms. Nominate your mother for a chance to win. With special thanks to our sponsor, Massey Stores Sawan. Promotion ends on May 11th, 2023.
I will never let you down. I'll never go away. I'll always be around.
I love you forever.
I love you forever.
Job Optimum Health and Wellness. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan. Examines all of your organs in a single session. 95% accuracy. It's painless, non-invasive, and affordable. Call Pastor Job at 350-2628, 767-1031, or 275-6300. Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan at Job Optimum Health and Wellness.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the Street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the Street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845, 349-5178, or 342-7303.
Get ready for an exciting new show. Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa from the Big Apple, New York. Join us every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the Street 91.9 FM for one of the hottest topics: immigration to the U.S., visitors visas, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, plus starting and doing business in New York, and more. Tell your family and friends, Saturdays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the Street 91.9 FM. Visit www.askthelawyer.us for past shows. Are you ready?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
People will disagree with what I'm going to say. But hear this. You see, all of we here know, the reason why Gary Griffith reached out to ask to work with the Prime Minister is because he know the Prime Minister is going to say no. Same thing with Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Kamala Persad-Bissessar says she coming up with a motion this week here, right? Knowing that it is political, it's not nothing. to do with, all right, I'm trying to help the country, right? She know that the Prime Minister now will have to go ahead with it. Because if it is he shut it down, he will look bad. Same thing tactic Gary Griffith used. If I was the Prime Minister, although I know I ain't taking you on, brother, yeah, let me meet now, Gary. You understand? Because here what? Now, as you say, 85% of the people agree. Now you got 85% of the people finding that, you know, you can meet with Gary Griffith, he ain't serious about crime. Them is the kind of things what I find bad. And forget about your supporting your party and them kind of thing. Strategy to make he look bad, what he had to do is use back strategy on them and contact them. And don't just be arrogant and, you know, egotistical.
My brother, if you were listening carefully, you would have realized that I include us too. Yes, in the 5-point plan.
Caller, you live.
I guess you probably...
Hi, Aisha.
Hi.
I shall vote for Kamala in 2010. But I'm glad that Dr. Rowley chose not to meet with them. Gary Griffith is an opportunist. Gary Griffith was there. People like Gary Griffith is not to be trusted. Anytime you hold a high office where national security is concerned, and because you didn't get your way, come out in the public to say this, that, and the other, that is unethical. That is total disrespect for that high office. People like that, I supported Gary in the early years, but Gary Griffith decided to jump out of himself. Kamala Prasad, because I vote for in 2010 because of Austin Jack Warner. They use him well and they spit him out. Section 34. Dr. Rowley had supported that, But they went in the wee hours of the morning and take out certain things and add certain things. So Kamala is not to be trusted. So that 85% could go down the drain for me. These people are not to be trusted. All your Negroes for sale, continue to sell all yourself for cheap. Continue to sell all yourself for cheap. Because if Kamala had any interest at this country, she would have support legislation pertaining to crime when Dr. Rowley came, when the PNM came up with certain things. You're telling me when Dr. Rowley was in opposition, he supported over 60% of the initiatives of the UNC in aid of country. Now Dr. Rowley is in government. The UNC can't support one? Something is wrong. People are like, can't see that. Kamala and them doing things to look good. Everything Kamala and them doing is political. It is not in favor of... All of them could come together and listen. The UNC is the worst opposition in this world, Them love crime. They love the crime. Because it could stop. Government and opposition could come together and stop it. But the UNC playing too much politics in this thing. But don't worry, it will reach on to plenty of them, And let me see when it gets out of hand, who can hold the bull by the horn. Aisha, look to our listener, wonderful program as usual.
Caller, you live?
Aisha Wells.
How you doing, caller?
I know you must just worried how I'd call you, time.
I was worried,
Anyway, I wasn't going to call this evening, but I know here this man told you and I really get upset, right? Here this man now say, Aisha Wells, and I hope you follow me, right? This man now say he glad Dr. Rowley didn't meet with Kamala. Aisha Wells, PNM people so sick in the head, The opposition and helping the government, the opposition and helping the government, the opposition and helping the government. Now the opposition reach out to the government. He glad Dr. Rowley meet with him now. So where's the argument now, Aisha Wells? What do I want to argue and say? What do I want to say no? This man say he glad, Aisha crime out of hand. A man now get gone, nobody wrong about in Caroni, Aisha Wells. Selling watermelon. And this man now come on in national radio and say, glad, Aisha, well, you see this, the people in Trinidad and Tobago, we in a real bad state by these kind of people who think it's a big man, you know, Aisha Wells. A big man, how come on radio and see that, you know? But anyway, Aisha Wells, I listened to the ground report this morning, and I heard one of your colleagues, Aisha. I don't know if you know the name Rupert. Come, you don't know him. I just heard the name on the ground report.
Yes, in fact,
you know
I played some voice notes from him recently. I mean, today.
On your program? Today? Well, I didn't hear it. Or I didn't know that was him. Aisha Wells, he's a PNM activist, if you don't mind I'm asking.
Yes, Rupert is a PNM.
Okay. I will leave it right there. I'm going to go further on it. I will leave it right there.
Okay, quite interesting, sir. Caller, you're live.
Hi, sister. Good afternoon.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
And that is what made me call. Because I heard him along this morning. You know what he said? He said, people are paying counselors $10,000 to get a job because I expire, and somebody sending a message saying, "Let's work so because that goes to so and so." And Dr. Rowley says some time ago, he said the worst thing to have is those who call themselves PNM. And when you listen to Rupert, because Rupert been in exile since the last election, Rupert come like the boy from Point. They didn't get what it is they wanted. Just like Wall Street. So they have at a banker. So I am not to take Rupert on them on. Whatever problem Rupert have with the PNM. Because the problem, a man called this just a while ago and say, you know what, on Julia program, PNM, the UNC that look after the ground troops and the PNM don't. And I'm asking what the ground troops looking for. Because under the UNC, the ground troops got CPEP, we went to the, what do you call the place? The hotel, hands up, $69 a day. I get live sport, and I get real murders. Yeah, they really touch the ground. A man get $400 million more. So, you know what they're telling me now? There was thieving, but I was getting something. So it's all right because a man said to me, yeah, well, better have a dictator and if he running the country good. So once I could sit down home and call like the one who does use because his wife working. And they 3 years now he's still babysitting. He ain't going to take up a course, he ain't going to do nothing. But people like Rupert and all of them who have a problem, they can't tell you what is it. I say, well, Rupert, if you have that information, that a counselor taking bribe, take it to the police, Rupert. Don't come on the radio and talk that garbage and throw it out, and the evidence will be by the police arresting whoever it is. And if it's in the PLM, even better yet for your Rupert. So this clown. And you know, that's something I saw as people start dying, you get a ton load of new callers who ain't want to put you up as an independent. Because I think they put you up as a PNM and they put you up as an independent. You have campaign managers. And all of a sudden you have a ton of so-called PNM people jump out the woodworks like, there's any rain falling, and when rain falling, pick it and English come out.
Thank you, Bataria. You're hitting hard, boy. You're hitting hard. The lines are open. We are taking your calls. Poor Rupert. Rupert needs to call me and clear the air. You know, I did not hear the ground report today. I did not hear what was said by Rupert. Rupert, as the last time I checked, used to be a PNM. What happened to Rupert? Caller, you live.
Rupert saying he hungry as a PNM. Rupert saying he's starving as a PNM. Rupert saying that people who is PNM is Aisha Wells. Rupert stand up and defend PNM more than Bataria. Rupert, Bataria ain't know who is Rupert. Bataria can't step in Rupert place. Rupert war and a rubber some power 1 or 2 day and night. He knows Rupert. That real fight. He knows who is Rupert. Aisha. Rupert is crying out. Rupert is saying that PNM is suffering in silence because that's the Black Monday. How Rupert is saying? Rupert saying that activists, supporters of the PNM is going by chairman of the boards, by chairmen of the board and CEO of boards, and can get nothing. Report is saying that people is going by the new minister of works, the junior minister of works, and the minister of works ain't know who is who. I shall read what report is saying that PNM, that Rowley is pointing people. And I shall just hear report 4 or 5 voicemail. But report is telling this country today that this PNM is not this PNM no under Manning. No, there's no way activists could go and call a minister because the government ministers not even know the PNM supporters. I shall report is saying today that our activists cannot even get a 5 minutes with a minister government or a CEO of a board. Aisha, that is why mommy has to go and line up in the hot sun in a long line. She can't pass and go inside and walk in and say, "I'll mommy." No, don't say, "Use mommy." We're going in the back of the line. Every Wednesday. Aisha, what report cry this morning and say, we have to question that. Why PNM people suffering in silence? Bacteria, renting still. You can't get a house of your own. You can't get a house after years. Bacteria renting as a PNM. All UNC have house. All UNC activists get house under Kamala Pusan Bisasa. All UNC supporters get house under Kamala Pusan Bisasa. Bacteria, neighbor, the other, I think it's my stone and bossy head because I didn't know if he pay rent or he pay rent. But he, Batala, had to be renting from a UNC landlord. The same, that why Batala here the UNC so. That why Batala, he had to be renting from a UNC landlord. So, report crying out. Batala come to attack report and he worse off than report. If you are going on, Isabel, it's Batala have PNM suffering, PNM people suffering because people like Batala do not want the government to give Lavantil nothing, Big Tom nothing, Diego Martin nothing, Carnage nothing, Enterprise nothing, Point Fortin nothing, Arima nothing, Grandy nothing. Batala against the PNM given their own support or something. Why Batala so?
Thank you, Kingsley. A call came in and cut you off. Caller, you live. Caller, you live.
You see this Batara, aka Max? I realize Max. It's who right thinking man had the nickname Max. I will come for him today. I ready for him today. Max, aka Batara. Because you is a PNM and we is PNM and we getting treated badly. Don't come out and say nothing. And that your MO, you know. I realize that I pay in your mind some days now, you know. When you is a PNM and things going wrong for you, hush your mouth. That is why this Max, Lennon Max. You go ahead and come on the radio and you're renting still as a big old PNM activist. The man trying to say, once that Johnny come lately, coming in the PNM. This Sukai. Who knows Sukai before in PNM? Aisha Wells and all of them in the PNM, Julia Devery and all of them is PNM years. Sukai has running the dance and he done big in the dance already. That is what we're talking about in the new PNM. You, Mr. Max, you can't come and give me no advice anyway. Your nickname is Max. You, Mr. Bataya. Because the man saying he's a PNM activist all his life. He defend all kind of thing for PNM. And ask a little help and can't get it. You come to bash the man, you Mr. Max. And don't people call your last name too, and where your address is, You go ahead, Mr. Max.
I on this road long before you, you know. You understand? And all the we are latrine and thing go come out now. You understand?
Today, I did not.
Kinsey, you tell them. They don't know. Them is no come. them is now come and they want to sound good on radio.
Caller, you live.
Aisha.
Rupert, is
this
you?
Rupert here. Yeah.
Rupert, what happened? What happened? What going on?
Let me tell Barataria something. Barataria don't know me, I don't know you. I don't like to hear myself on radio. You like to hear yourself on radio. But I wouldn't dignify you with a response. Not at all. I wouldn't stoop so low. But let me tell you what's going on, Aisha. There are plenty crime in this country going on. Plenty crime. You start off with crime, eh? And we're dealing with crime. I have information and proof where PNM councillors is taking $10,000 to get people in the corporation. You understand? I have proof. And me have to go by no police because police just get the bandit your name. That is crime too in this country. You understand? So me have to go, I talking it. You understand? So I don't have to worry about Barataria and them. Them is no come. Them don't know who is me.
Rupert, they're saying that you wanted something from the PNM and you never get it. Is this true?
Never get what, Aisha? Never get what, Aisha? Look how long. Look how long I out here fighting. You understand? Look how long I out here battling. You understand? And even if I want something from the PNM, it's my right. You understand? It's my right. You understand? Fitzgerald Hines tell PNM people, wean off African people to wean off the government and put Toloman sugar cake in a tray and go and sell. You understand? But why they don't tell me lean off don't vote for the PNM? Why they don't say that? Don't vote for the PNM. But we must wean off the government. And some other people in this country was eating for 60 years. Barataria ain't seen them people eating for 60 years. He ain't seeing that. He ain't seeing that these people, that the government renting all the buildings, that government renting the buildings from all of them and making $30-40 million a year. He ain't seeing that. So why I mustn't ask for food? Why I mustn't ask for food? It's my right to ask for food. Have a blessed day.
Rupert, before you go, because Rupert, you're a foundation member. I mean, you've battling since the days of Mr. Manning. Every meeting you're always in. Is this the end of you and the PNM, Rupert, as we see it?
Aisha, I never leave the PNM. I never. Actually, let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. We had a meeting in Balize House. I want Barataria to listen to this. Eh? We had a meeting in Balize House when Manning calling all the ground troops.
I remember that. You was there, yes.
You know what Polly said in that meeting?
I don't recall. Refresh my memory.
I spoke. You know what Polly said in that meeting? Polly said he went to every single PNM minister and asked for a house. And nobody responded to him. It's Camille Robinson Regis on the latest, when Polly was on his dying bed, he got a house. Polly, I cried. I said tears in Balize House for Polly. I said tears. My heart came out when Polly said that he went to every single minister in the PNM and they refused to give to him. Tell his son. Tell Polly's son had to tell him, boy, why you don't leave the PNM? Why are you running down the PNM?
Rupert, let me ask a question, because I hear any passion in your voice. What could we do to keep activists like yourself a part of the fold? It will be remiss of me to say that I want to see you go, Rupert. I really don't. You're a soldier.
Must be a soldier, Aisha. I go to your battling. I never change, you know. Nobody never hear me went to the NJAC. Nobody never hear me went to the UNC. Nobody never hear me went to the COP. Nobody never hear me went to the PDP. You ever hear anything about I switch allegiance? I never switch.
So let me
You
know
understand?
how we
I
can,
never switch
how we can-
allegiance.
how
I
we
haven't
can-
gone nowhere, but I'm
Rupert,
back.
how we can
I
help.
said I'm back.
Let me know how we can help. We don't want to lose soldiers.
I said this is not criticizing the PNM, you know. I'm not bashing the PNM. I want people to understand what I'm saying, you know. I am not bashing the PNM. Why not trying to bring down the PNM, you know? You understand? But PNM had to learn to do the right thing. They had to learn how to do the right thing to help the ground troops and the supporters. What's my UNC ain't afraid? Ain't putting no fear in them when coming to the ground troops and for the people, you know. PNM people, when they're in opposition, could talk as loud as they want and they could bawl as loud as they want. The UNC going ahead with their program. You understand? But when a minister or board member talk, they're frightened. We can't do the show, and they're frightened, and they put you on games, and they put you on scene, and all kind of. Some of them people only bringing in a little girl where they could feel like in the office. When you go in the office, they have to talk to you how they want. You understand? They want to feel up a little, bringing in a little girl where they want to feel up in the office. And they want to talk to you, and you not see them on no campaign trail, and they're not supporting the PNM. So these people is not supporters of the PNM with the high end, you know.
Rupert, again, I want to get to help in this situation. What can I do to help? You're a stalwart since coming up in the Youth League. We know you as Uncle Rupert. Uncle Rupert, how can we help?
I said we have to talk that off the air.
All right, well, I'll call you off the air. Wow, that one hurt me though. If one caller ever hurt my feelings, today is Uncle Rupert. I will call you Uncle Rupert. I really didn't know Uncle Rupert was this disenchanted. I wish he would have called me, talked to me, let us talk it out before it end up on the ground report, before it end up on the radio. No, this one hurt my feelings. Caller, you live?
I'm just hoping other people haven't gotten to him before you. And anyways, mine is just, I have a little bit more trivia for Mr. Pinal about Dr. Eric Williams, the late great. As I mentioned, he left a very lucrative job. He was called in the university to be a professor, to be a lecturer at the University of Howard. And he turned it down to come to Trinidad to get independence for his country and to work for his country. And when you are employed by the American people, they go through you with a fine-tooth comb. For them to call you in the first place, especially back in those days, where black people, they only wanted to see them as chauffeurs and in the kitchen and so on. For them to call this little black man, he had to be good with all capital letters for them to call him to be a lecturer in their university. You understand? It's not like in Trinidad here where you could come in and hush, we will protect you, and if they catch you, when they catch us, so that kind of a thing. You don't have that there. You have to be squeaky clean. And he left that job. So, you know, it is so heart-rending. Added to which, he is respected all over the world as an intellect. His books that he penned are used and referenced to all over the world. The man is known as an intellect. And even in simple words, as a father, as a single-parent father, that he was fathering his daughter, he must have been heaven sent, because the way his daughter speaks about him, you can't imagine how she speaks about her father. And even in that regard, he's an exemplar of a human being. So, Mr. Pina, it doesn't matter if you doesn't see him as the father of the nation. Trust me, it doesn't matter one bit. Thank you.
What's just Aisha? I don't support Gary Griffith because I believe this whole thing that he was the best commissioner, that is an illusion. But at the same time, as I say, it's tactic they're using to make the PM look bad. Gary Griffith know it have a lot of people that support him.
Caller, you're live. We have a minute before a break.
Aisha, so every time you answer my line, I have a minute, so.
Brooklyn, you're calling at the wrong time, so you doesn't watch your time before you call. It's almost 6:30.
I shall calling till my phone, my hand hurting me, and they wouldn't pick up the foreign line.
Sorry, nah.
Right,
talk.
All right, Aisha. No, I will forgive you, Aisha. You know you just get the forgiveness. Yeah, the other powers. I will wait, Aisha. I will wait.
All right, call me right back after.
Nice.
Yes, thanks.
All right.
Ask all the activists and them from both sides. I want to ask all you something. Why all of them support our government? All of them support our government to benefit personally, or is it a supporting our government to better the country? All you answer me this question. Is it that all of them support our government so that you could gain something personally, or are you doing it for the betterment of the country? Let me know now. I want to understand this. Because that's how some of the song, If I speak good about our government, it's not for me to gain nothing. I speak in the truth. Because the way how some of the song, like, if all you get honey in all your throat, all you will piss in your face until we train.
I'll play back the voice notes when we return. We'll be right back. 8 seconds before that break.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
I've been patient and I've been waiting. Call me stubborn, but I can get over it. You left and never say goodbye. Those tears I cry, no, I can get over it.
So don't you ever let me down again. Cause I'm depending on you, so you better come through this time. Please hear my cry, and if I ever let you down, my friend, it was a misunderstanding. So if I took you for granted, then I promise from today I go jump like I never jump, wave like I never wave, wine like I never went before, just to show you I'm sorry, and I need you back in my life. Look at people by the truck, emotions running high, we end up in the sky, tears running down we eye. Can't you tell that we sorry, and we need you back in we life. I need my girl back home. Come home to me, come home to me. It's not no place like home to me, come home to me, come home to me. This is my apology. Follow me, come and see what you mean to honor me. You're a treasure in my eyes, the greatest pleasure in my life. Whoa.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM. Catch all your favorite shows live on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, we're live on Instagram.
The Street 919 FM. What are you waiting for? Go check us out on Instagram today.
Damn. I love you forever, the most wonderful mother.
Do you love your mom? Then create a video and tag the Street 919 FM on Instagram, telling us what your mother means to you.
I nominate my mother.
I nominate my mother. Listener, I nominate my mom's because she worked 2 jobs to make sure my siblings and I obtain a bright future.
So nominate her for a grand prize. Your name and area below your post. Encourage your friends and family to support you by following the Street 919 FM on Instagram and liking your video. We are looking for 10 lucky moms. Nominate your mother for a chance to win. With special thanks to our sponsor, Massey Stores Salon. Promotion ends on May 11th, 2023.
I will never let you down. I'll never go away. I'll always be around.
I love you forever.
I love you forever.
This is the voice of Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
That's how some of all your song. Some of all only talk negative when things go bad with all them. That is how some of that song by
Caller, you live.
Hello.
Let's report.
The gentleman in the studio, enough respect to him, right? No, enough respect to you.
It's a voice note, though. It's a voice note.
It's a voice note. Okay. Well, let me tell him. Enough respect to you, right? With your voice note. But let me ask you a question. When election come and they're sending people in a district for you to vote for, they're not coming to ask you for a job? It has plenty people who went into government and said that they didn't swear to poverty, you know. A way to understand that. And when they come in the constituency to ask you for a job, you know. You understand? And when they go into office, they're going to office to enrich themselves. Now, for me, and for the smaller people, they would see it from the point of view where they're putting in a government to do things for the whole country. You understand? From that perspective, yes. But then it have another rule where individuals have to eat. I want things done for the whole country. When the bill road for the whole country. When they put up a building, they put up a building for the whole country, like what Manning did. Manning moved out all the government departments and build new buildings. Right. That yes. From that perspective. You understand?
also that the government had to create jobs. You understand? Create jobs so that the normal citizen who voted for them, they could get a job too. You understand? Why you think all the other people that be sitting down waiting till the budget passed so that they could get all the buildings rent out and they could get all the contracts? What is the purpose of that? Thank you.
Are you sure you see this one who feel he can send voice and I feel he real slick? So caller, when I mean voice note, so when the financiers support the government, you feel they're supporting them for free? For nothing? So what activists are they support for? Not to get a job or something that he could mind his family? Caller, you feel it too slick and you coming with voice, so why ain't calling? Why ain't calling? After that coming out for all who play smart with shopping, you know. Why ain't tell them financiers and them support the government for country? Eh? Why ain't tell them that? Who get all the big contracts on them? Boy, something wrong with all, you know, but let's stop coming and play smart and stupid, you know. I waiting for all, you know.
Caller, you live.
Aisha, good afternoon again.
Welcome, Brooklyn.
And to the listeners, yes. Aisha, I've been listening to the program, and it's very, very, like, I can't picture it that a person should support all their life to a party that is giving millions to people all over the place. But you who work in the ground and drilling and sacrificing, when you ask for help, you asking for handouts. Aisha Wells, I listen to Bataria, how you just come at people. And it's, you know, Bataria does always tell us that he has some land in St. Vincent somewhere you're running back to. Well, I want to buy that piece of land, Bataria, because if you support PNM all your life and you renting, I want to buy that land. But this is not about Bataria, Aisha. Aisha Wells, if the PNM put you, Aisha Wells, as a youth minister, I'm using you as an example, eh? Listen to me. If they put you as a youth minister in Trinidad and Tobago, PNM can't lose our next election. And others like you. You know why, Aisha? Because you would be there to try your best to see all these youths running wrong, doing wrong thing. You would work night and day to find a solution, to try to put them in something to prevent them from having to do the crime and different things. But they wouldn't put people like you, Aisha. You know why? You too good. You see, we understand that. And people who truly listen to you, who truly feel like we love you, Aisha Wells, as a person, I am as a mother, right? You are 3 boys, you know. So you know how to deal with these boys who going all over the place and just crazy. You, with the help of others, will be able to do something for these youths who don't have nobody who love them. And we continue to curse them and push them away. Aisha Wells, the PNM, for all these years, and a lady keep calling and talking about Eric Williams. Miss Lady Eric Williams wasn't the best thing for Trinidad and Tobago. We know that. We, the youths today, know that. You're talking about you leave job wherever to come. Everybody else fight for independence. We get we own free. You know why? You know why we get it easy, so? Because we was kissing the Queen and them. Everybody else fight for the independence. So don't give me that story, right? Aisha Wells, people like you and others like you who care and have a heart, that could be the beginning of fixing the problem. And a lot of them who say they love you wouldn't want that. They wouldn't want that for Trinidad and Tobago. You've been there forever, doing what you're doing. Keep doing it up. Keep doing good, Aisha. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Have a blessed evening. Caller, you live.
Aisha, good evening again. Well, Brooklyn, send down the money. Send down the money. Wall Street, send down the money. Aisha Wells going up as an independent for Lavantil East. Or let's send down the money to the campaign, to Iwer manager, the campaign manager. Aisha, what's the name of the party?
Barataria, leave me this evening, please.
I can't leave you. For days, for the past how many weeks, your campaign managers and financiers have been calling for
that
you.
They inching me, they choking me, they waiting for a response. They ain't go get it.
So they're waiting for, I say, well, is the name they're coming out with? Aisha, I don't know, Aisha Wells, what's the name of the political party? So tell them send down the money. The money that Wall Street had was for the Wall Street Empowerment Center, which is going to be no more. Let him send it down for you and you would run for
Lavantil East or West, and maybe you might be able to rebuild the building and help Wall Street, because the voice notes and a voice note. I spend my money on my phone to call the radio stations, many of them, to complain about people like Ole with that garbage and dependency syndrome. Heinz tells African people we know. But let me tell you, the Syrians come here after us, come my mother on a Saturday with a piece of cloth, patek. That I mean riding a bicycle yet, Aisha. If you ever see a suitcase with 8 corners, metal corners, if rain wetted too hard, it might make from a kind of jip board.
No, I can't say I've ever seen it.
All right. I was suitcase used to be a long time, and he walking with that, and he gave my mother this yard of cloth, or low piece of the yard missing. And every week she paid 25 cents. Today, the same Patek is a millionaire. My brothers and sisters, I have an uncle getting 35,000 Aisha Wells, 18,000 back pay. A motor car long time is 18,000 new brand. Every Friday he jump on a plane and go to New York. Patek couldn't afford that. Jump on a plane and we go to New York and we send mommy away. And mommy became a suitcase. Mommy sending down a barrel every 6 months or every 3 months. And he jumping on a plane every week. Patek didn't do that. The same East Indian community were complaining about getting robbed. They want to make you like Singapore. Dr. Eric Williams is a Lee Kuan Yew. But you know, today, what are these same people coming? The same people who telling you, don't fix your community, don't litter. That was Lee Kuan Yew. So you see how Tom sort out, they will not have a problem. The same people who tell me that, watch out their community. The same people who criticize Dr. Eric Williams want to become a Lee Kuan Yew. Watch out their community. They just tell you how better them is. Their own is better than yours. When are we going to wake up? So the Prime Minister, because I pick up a PNM flag and jump around and make a few phone calls, I must walk up to Balize house and demand that I want for what I have. That one who tell you that, so he go call you back and tell you. He didn't tell you, well, Aisha Wells, you know, I have a registered business and I applied for a secret contract and I went to the minister and I ain't getting 2.5. Could he tell you that? They can't tell me that. They can't tell me you're going to have 100 of us form a black organization and we went to the minister to get so-and-so or 15 are we and they blank we. We ain't doing that. The Syrian and West come together. Look, Kamala had a meeting with the Syrian and them, a big meeting with the 1%. Do you remember that? It make world news. What do you man name? The chef man where they sit down on a table. I will put something for you on YouTube. Which one of us coming together to do that? Brother Mohammed doing that? All the talk Brother Mohammed doing. Have you yet called all of us together and said, we come in Lavantil and see if we can bring Heinz and bring everybody and understand, stop the crime? What garbage. Until we could come together and stop waiting for a handout from a black government that people say we've been getting hand because they're going on. I shall I living in a AGC house, I don't pay property tax, I ain't paying for the house, I ain't paying light bill. That's what they're telling me. So much handout. What made the story argument is a group of people believe that for the entire lifetime of the PNM, African people have been benefiting. That's not the mantra. That's why the Lavantil people don't vote, because PNM that help them, they live in PNM house. When all they go wake up and form a body together, they go and lobby the PNM. The UNC had Satmaraj using the Hindu organization to go and lobby for him. How much school they have today? All they when he come to talk, I tell all this first set of clumps, all they can't come around me at all. That's right. I should enjoy evening. Be safe. Rain falling.
Thank you, Batari. I'll be safe.
Good evening, Aisha. Aisha, that is what they wanted, for the crime to get out of hand. Now, so that when they decide that they want to help, you know, the figure of Dr. Rowley wouldn't want to take the help. That is what they wanted. And now it's reaching home now, you know. And the thing is, it isn't happening to the black people, you know. It's happening to them and those in the West, you know. And they know why they're doing that. Because they want so that when the Indians and they see what's going on, they will rile up and carry on. That is what they want, you know. That is what they want. All the time, with all the laws that been passed, they had no part in it. They didn't want no part in it. But now we're getting out of hand. Now Gary want to come in. Look, boy, I really hope they paying them guys and them good, because they're really making a fool of themselves on the radio. I really hope they're paying all they good. Because all this can't turn nobody. All they can't bring no voters in. Aisha, I'm a PNM to my heart, and I just be calling in. So I think I better beg for a vote too. Everybody looking for money. I thought this country before party. Everybody looking for money. What the hell?
If I believe in you, and I believe that you could make a positive change in the country, and you come and ask me, this is how I just think. If you come and ask me, Mr. Rupert, if you come and ask me to vote for you, to make a change, and I believe in you, I will vote for you. I don't want nothing in return, buddy. All I want is for when I vote for you, is for you not to disappoint me. That is all I want. I want you to show me that I made the right choice. I don't want nothing in return. I don't want a house. I don't want a contract. I want nothing from you. All I want is for you to do the right thing and carry the country forward. That is what I vote you for. And that is what I believe majority of the people in the country there's vote for. They just have a few that there's vote. And then come back and say, remember, I put you the right, give me this. Brother, it's a song Ignorant by Soldier from Over. It's a song Ignorant. And I show up more ignorant than you, but I'm more brain than you. The financiers and them. I sure when the financiers and the political parties sit down, you know where it does be? I will help you. I will help put in there. This way I have to give me back in return. You understand? We just sit down, we the voters that sit down and talk that with the people when they're passing around. No. What we just talk with them is, listen, I want you to do the right thing. I want you to bring down the crime. I want you to make healthcare better. I want you to make things better for the old age. You understand? These are the things we just talk about. These are the things the community, the people in the community, does ask from politicians. The finances is a different conversation, brother. So don't try to compare finances with people who support in our party. If that is how all it has lived, that is how all it has lived, brother. To me, that prostitution.
You see the woman called a policeman name from Central. He just wanna that I'm next senior superintendent. You understand? Name start with B. You understand me? Anyhow, that one she name called. I know he has a corporate.
Caller, you live?
Mr. Wells, you see when I hear him do this, I started coming. He more ignorant than me. All right, you win that. You're more ignorant than me. Right? You win a prize. Aisha Wells, you hear what this big man come on the radio and saying? When the financiers sit down with the government, they say they put them in power and they say what they want in return. So this man is the same thing, but it be the opposite. When the government come, they ask me what we want and we vote them in. And when they get in there, they doesn't answer my phone. Fool! Get off the radio. Your family should grab your phone. You're making no sense on the people radio. Come off. Stay in your place. Go and make a bake. You're making no sense. The opposite is happening to the voters. They come and promise we. And when they reach in power, there is that answer we again. Fool. And Aisha Wells, one more thing. You've been asking me for the longest while for solutions. And I've been thinking about it. So I'll come with a solution to stop crime. You know one stop crime? Aisha Wells, and I want you hear me. You know one stop crime? When we MPs start to come from the area. Show me an MP Aisha Wells in Trinidad and Tobago living in the community that we're voting for them for. And I'll wait for you.
Corporate that driver should want to say idea, you know. But we on radio, so I can't say anything. Why we might say that crime will reach home to them one day? Aisha, when that crime do reach home to them?
On the radio today, take that price. The empty vessel does make the most noise, and brother, he's the loudest on the radio today. Take that price. He's the loudest on the radio today. Empty vessels make the most noise. You see, when ignorant people can't get a point across, they just shout. And that way now do they.
Guys, we're getting ready to wrap up. 2 more minutes. Caller, you live.
Aisha, where's Aisha?
Leave it there. How come you call so late today? Your sister going out or what?
She come home tired. She's sleeping.
Oh, she's sleeping. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Aisha, there are 2 things I gave Gary Griffith kudos for when he was the commissioner of police. Let me tell you one of those things, Aisha. Gary said he wanted to get rid of some of the police stations because he find police officers sticking up in police stations too much. He want them out there to protect the people, Aisha, to protect the people. Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young built 5 police stations. Aisha, that is one of the things that caused the rift between Gary Griffith and Dr. Rowley. They built 5 police stations. Aisha, reach home safe. I will leave it there.
Thank you, leave it there. I could take one more voice note or call. Make it quick. I just have a minute to go. Speak now or forever hold your peace. You're going to be my last call. Anyone? Clock is ticking. Quickly. All right, a voice note then.
And everybody here knows, as I said before, the government and the financiers will sit down and talk, and the financiers will give them the money to get back something in return. You now telling me that the people in the community, they sit down and say they want something in return. The government does ask them what it is they want. So waiters, when the government come by you, when Adrian Leons come by you, waiters, you tell him you want a house and you want a contract. That is what you tell him, ain't? So it wasn't about the country. It was about house and contract. So next election, when whoever walking around in your community, that is the conversation you going and have with them, right?
I'm out of here. Bye.
Issue.
Why are you doing your supporters that? Playing games with the senior citizens in this country?
Real situation.
It's our lot of people involved in white-collar crime. And why are they not being brought to the forefront?
That something is happening in this country that is so strange, that is puzzling me. I'm trying to figure it out.
If the police have cause to arrest you for evidence based upon evidence and investigation, is it any whose fault it is that it have to be UNC people?
Stick up in. Call a good afternoon, my friend.
Heavy conversations with the relevant authority.
Should the bandit have on a body cam? So